Because we're still doing the scary filter right now. So, I think I need to turn things down. It's a little loud. Oh, yeah, that's a little loud. Hopefully that's a little bit better in terms of audio. Yeah, because it's been a busy day. That's why I'm kind of like, I gotta start the stream. I'm late. The ferry's taking forever. I had some unfortunate errands to run today, so rip my wallet. So I actually got to do some of my dailies because I haven't done it today. It's been a really weird day today. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm credits poor, okay? I have to talk to Pom Pom and do his daily quest. I need those credits. Okay, cool. I got the credits. Let's see. What do I still have left for this? Oh, right. Yeah, since I'm such a story glutton, I'm trying to get through my dailies as fast as possible. I say that as I'm, like, really behind on HonsaiStarRail story. So, this will be a good treat. Supposedly, I've heard mixed reviews, about the current HonsaiStarRail story, so hopefully things go well.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I even, like, how things are so— Whoa! I forgot how my face completely disappears in this. I mean, this is a scary filter, and it's intentional, so let's see.
Lend me your strength.
I guess I could rearrange myself for now. I'm just gonna be— No, that's not a good spot. Where's a good spot? I guess while we're doing dailies, this is probably the only best spot. Yeah, I can adjust it later. I don't need a face right now. Otherwise, let's see. If I do this, I could be like a giant— I can be the boss. Alright. Now, am I attacking or am I Finon? That's the better question right now. I could— it's hard to tell at this point. I could be on either side. You don't know. I'm just like beating up Finon now, I swear. But now I'm Finon attacking the enemies. You'll never know. Oh, I tapped out because I was arranging my character. Well, my avatar, so I guess it's a fun overlay. I'll like adjust things in a little bit. It's not gonna take that much longer to do the dailies.
Watch over you and guide you on your
Or like, things are so messed up today that I just reheated my coffee that's been sitting around for 5 hours. Because I had to go and get on a ferry, run some errands, and then take the ferry back. Like, that, yeah. Why I didn't put in, like, one of those, like, thermoses, I don't know. I couldn't explain why. I think I was just really rushed. But here I am. Now I'm just I'm having an internal battle with myself, apparently, with these dailies, because I'm both the enemies that need to be destroyed for maths, but I'm also Finon. So it's fitting, you know? It's fitting because Finon has to fight the Black Tide for who knows that he disappears. So he's also having an internal battle. I think that's funny. Yeah, in terms of the irony of my VTuber just like be like, hi! Hi! Why am I transparent? Well, it's the spooky season, so this is my spooky filter.
Is that all?
Lend me your strength.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm still drinking my coffee, even though it's nighttime. Woo!
And guide you on your path. The future will come. Torment and doubt farewell. For tomorrow. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky. Quench the flames of blood. Her agony. Hail the new dawn. Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Branded with strife. Is that all? Sun tear the sky.
Yeah, I need to take... I know I'm not yapping as much right now, but I just need to take some time.
Lend me your strength.
The future will come.
Yeah, I also have to, like, figure out, because I'm a big Mint fan, I'm trying to figure out when the heck the meet and greet is happening for Idolfest. So... Okay, yes, I know the sound is gone because I tapped out, but... I don't know when they're gonna post information about this, so... I'm, like, keeping an eye out. Because I really, really want to get a ticket if I can.
Quench the flames of blood.
But I know that competition is going to be very, very rough. Since there's actually a lot of Mint fans, and this is a idol festival, so
Sun tear the sky.
they're like super intimate, and most likely have followed her to the event. Teehee haha.
Quench the flames of blood.
Boo-hoo. Not to say I'm not one too, but
Her agony.
but yeah. If I seem distracted, it's been a weird day today, and I just am still doing my day. Oh wow, I burned through that really fast. Okay, cool. Let's see. Is that enough for... Do I not have money or something, or... Okay, so then oh, no, it's because I don't have a Tracks of Destiny. Yeah. Just for funsies. Let's see how many of these we have. Okay, so I have like 12. Yeah, things that I'm really lacking right now tend to be the Tracks of Destiny and credits. I think I'm only good on credits right now because I've been doing story. That's the only thing keeping me from continuing on for this. Now, let me actually move my model back and to a normal size. I think this is a decent size. We'll see if I need to adjust. Maybe like that size. Okay. I think I'm done with dailies then, so... Back to story! Let's go! Let's go! Alright, Cedra. Show me the way! Ooh, my nose is leaking. 1 second. Sorry about that. I realized when I went to go grab a tissue, there was no tissues, so I had to go find the tissue boxes to replace the said tissue. Ooh, but I gotta stay hydrated because I don't think I have had enough water today from all my weird errands. I should also put in a cough drop while I'm at it. Yeah, just had my vaccinations done so that I am good for this season. So, gotta stay strong and healthy.
Brightly the journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it.
Wait, sorry.
What brightly colored annals. The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it. Is this a fortress in the sky?
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This place is called the Herta Space Station. Just think of it as a supersized grove of Epiphany.
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She and another Antikytherian lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
I guess Screwlum technically would be considered an Antikytherium.
Look, over there. Looks like he's talking to Madame Herta in his memory. Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world, all constructed by eons and paths.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta? She seems shorter than I remember.
It's just one of the puppets, don't worry about it. It's like the spinning meme of the goo-doo-goo-doo-goo-doo-goo-doo-goo-doo as they're all doing ballet. That's one of the best memes, honestly.
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking. Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Noose, Amphorius' true creator.
Okay, sorry, I need to reread that. I didn't quite get that. So, I already got the first part about the geniuses because of the Genius Society, but apparently only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessing of Noose, Amphorius' true creator. Oh, that's right, because they were talking about how, Mr. Caveman is, Caveman Allegory is the genius number 1, or at least, parts of his brain. Parts of his, ego that were digitally computed using an advanced mathematical theory into said robot, the Antikytherium.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that. You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we? This next stop on the journey has a lot of similarities to Amphorius.
And which one would be that?
A snow-covered land?
Oh,
Interesting.
okay, so we're like... Wait, why the hell are we going through, like... the entire history of what we've already gone? I understand that Cedra is learning about the Trailblazer, but this kind of feels like, why are we, like, reusing so many parts of the story that I thought was... Because, like, usually Mihoyo is, like, I'm gonna get you really invested in this one person and then go ditch them, because we move on to the next... We're done with this, let's move to the next thing. So, this is kind of a little weird for them to, like, come back, because I know, like, the Trailblazer is a central character and everything. But... I guess this is a summary, because it has been a while since a lot of people probably... like, went through the story, as long as they haven't, like, blazed through it. So it might be old. Like, it's not, present in mind, because it's been a while.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better. The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world. A leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Giorios' Titankin? Disappointing.
Who are they different? Oh, no, it's only just the knight.
It's all thanks to you that we survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless, it's an important step in our journey back into the universe.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphorius was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amphorius, and they all walk on roads different from the destruction. Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. It may pretend to be a wealthy merchant with clean hands, but I am willing to bet that it grew fat on gory oppression and bloodshed.
He.
Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC? I will not believe it. I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amphorius must become a power so strong that no interstellar foreigner would dare to look down upon us.
Imperator, Belobog isn't as weak as you imagine.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own, until she no longer needs the support of others, and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars, even if I may not live to see it. I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice and help them into a prosperous tomorrow.
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain, until they wither and turn to dust. Unless they embrace the power of the destruction. Amphorius, must shatter the old law and become the new order among the stars.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that.
Sunday here saying have you heard of the Charmony bird?
Let's go to the next page.
Oh, it's why is she behind us? Okay.
This next world is a nation of dreams. The first time I heard about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
Such opulence does indeed evoke astonishment.
This world is called Penacony, an eternal city built upon a land of dreams. It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting adventure.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has wings on his head. I am truly curious.
Kind of like looking at Cedra's design, because I did play her during the trial, sample trial thing, but you know, like any other auto battle game, am I really paying attention? So now I'm just like, take some time. It's got like a pawn swerving her, but like when she attacks, she throws a knight. Is that possibly a reference about high sealants? Because you know she is the sword of the Imperator. Teehee.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order, hoping to shape a dream-bound paradise of perfect happiness.
Wait a second. So we went from Bellabog to Penacony? Didn't we just, like, skip the Luofu? Are they coming back to the Luofu? Are they not? Like... Okay.
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains far away. Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless can show me more possibilities in my search for paradise. As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing now.
Oh, it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to wake up at the end. You can't see tomorrow when drowning in sweet dreams.
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat and resume his journey shows a rare self-awareness and clarity of mind.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen enough. Take me back.
Wow, she's like changing up where she's hiding behind me.
Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last scene.
Wait, I thought she was gonna go back.
Absolute wonder.
I'm so confused right now.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Amphorius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Amphorius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself? Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me.
Excuse me.
And
Oh,
tilt
my
the scales
stomach.
of law toward him and the two geniuses.
Sorry, I spoke over that. Just give it a sec. Oh, sorry, my stomach kind of hurts.
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward him and the two geniuses.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout his trailblaze, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
Okay, ocean, like, I'm sorry, but like, you talking about high ceilings here? Just maybe.
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon itself. An elegant loop, like a joyful hymn, like the circulating ocean current, like our two fates, like Amphorius itself. The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of Amphorius shall be determined by Amphorius's master.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength. Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess. We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky. We just need to make some reasonable sacrifices.
So then, Was that why you caused that whole massacre earlier? Like, or was this, like, you did that before you became the demigod of law? I'm a little confused here. So, each demigod's life was actually wasted, or no?
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
Okay, so they were sacrificed before that requirement. Oh, goody!
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
Okay, yeah, my stomach kind of hurts. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that took a while. But I'm here. Okay, I am back. Sorry for the delay. Oh my god. I was fighting for my life.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. Go and see what my conquests brought to this world. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth, and mended all the conflicts left by the Era Bellica. I restored Akima's might, and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the Council. I punished all sins, and rewarded all achievements. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Ceridra, but it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod. In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra.
Oh shit! She's gonna kill herself! Oh shit!
Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Okay, that's pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is what is it? The Executor and Her Way of Life anime, like, moment right here. Like, multiple cycles going on, and they just try to kill each other all the time, but, like, it's not really exactly working.
At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before her very first campaign.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's reins!
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. Which meant the Imperator had to kill herself to rewrite the law.
Oh, okay, that's kind of terrifying, not gonna lie, like... Wait, she didn't drown in the water?
There are
okay.
countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together. The beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer.
The troops defending the pass to the west of the grove. Have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The Golden Cocoon Pass is now in the First Legion's hands.
Good. What about the Delosian militia?
The Third Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything west of the basin. They just need a few more days.
Oh no, I think those are the giants, if I remember correctly. Because Mountain Carver was the first one to adventure outside, if I remember correctly.
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory. Lastly, how many Laedonian cannons are left?
They are no more. The Second and Fourth Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will be able to liberate the Grove of Epiphany in the blink of an eye. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Remember, as long as the Alliance's flag still flies on my shoulders, you must keep moving forward. Take no prisoners among the enemy soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go! Notify the entire army.
I mean, at least she's not destroying history and culture.
Understood. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker is personally engaged in battle. Their formations are nigh impenetrable.
Okay, so it wasn't Mountain Carver, it was Mountain Breaker. Got you.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terravox? What can they even do?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Giorio's creations. Only they can perceive the currents of time.
Yeah, isn't... I'm pretty sure that's also the Earth type.
Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy.
Because we eventually learned that, what's his face again? The Eternal Dragon from, the Luofu, Dan Heng! Dan Heng, yeah, that's right. Dan Heng is the one who, ends up being Terravoxit. The new one.
I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood. I'll see to it. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refused to surrender, and said this letter is their last warning to us.
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience will be punished by death.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying pests will wring out every idea from their brains, all for short-sighted gain. They are much shrewder than we are. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, as all of Emphorius will judge our actions. Which means, I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I have always done. This time, however, I will go alone. I will conduct secret negotiations to ensure fate is on our side.
Understood. The legions will make their preparations. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches your ears.
Okay, so she kind of knew what she was aiming for.
Saridra, is our journey about to be over?
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more.
Okay, like, sorry, when did, like, people start disappearing from this screen? Because I remember that there was, like, High Sealance was here, too. I believe. Right? I didn't imagine her. Right? Okay, I don't know. She just, like, randomly disappeared. But see how, like, we were talking about politics and whatnot. Because for the most part, it was, Libanus who was talking. And then, all of a sudden, without, like, any warning, because I think I was just so focused on the text, like, the people here disappeared. There were more people standing here.
More Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes will arise. Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny or become the next Imperator?
There's also, like, Terra Voxus.
The children of the future will decide for themselves.
Because she was clearly sitting on Terra Voxus. Like, this thing right here. And there were a few others, so I'm a little confused.
Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator. But the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
That's a bold statement.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. Her conquest was about to be completed at this point in the story. However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered my mind just as I was about to put down my pen. It was a journey on a fantastical train. I had the honor of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Imperator under the stars. And I asked her this question at the end of that discussion. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the Flame Chase? Or as a tyrant? She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged.
Okay, so she did just get stabbed. You can see her flame went out, too. So what, I guess that was her fate. Because usually all the Chrysos heirs knows how they will die, because that's foretold.
And only humanity can pen laws into history's pages. Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amphorius. The game is nearing its end. Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time, you finally found your own law. Then, High Sealance Electra.
Wait, do you not see that, like... Yeah, like, her blood is shimmering. It is literally shimmering in the CG. They, like, added glitter to her blood. That's kind of terrifying.
I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world. Will you choose to swim into that ocean? I do not care. Do not care.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Okay, that is always really creepy when they have, like, the eyes open during the thing. Like, when they pass away, that... Like, damn. I guess this is all according to her plan, though.
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant is dead! Go! Shout this news in the streets!
My people, my fellow elders, do not panic. Stand your ground. That usurper has paid for her ambition with her life.
People once cheered for my ascension. And now they cheer for my fall. No matter. I am fond of applause.
Wait, I thought she passed away. But damn, this is kind of sad.
I see the cosmos. The battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle. The stars will hear my legion's war drums. Hear the great name of the Imperator. Hear Florius's
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life.
That's true. She never said what she was going to. But maybe that's what allows us to overthrow Lygus, possibly?
Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate, just like every chess game she ever played. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, her supporters put themselves between the masses and her monuments, declaring loudly that the Sovereign is still among the people. It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Saridra. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shallow puddle of stagnant water, was she reminiscing about her past conquests? Or repenting for the millions killed for the flame chase?
Wait, like, she's still alive? Like, I could have sworn she got stabbed and died.
It was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard, dissected by light and shadow in the afternoon when her teacher played against her for the first time.
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces look like?
They are strangely beautiful. They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged an ocean.
So they did finally make a reference to the Luofu. This looks like the island that Dan Feng's statue is engraved in.
So vast. So pure. Not a single trace of corruption.
Yep, there's Dan Feng.
Is this Ceredra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, I have seen the abyss in your eyes and the emptiness in your heart. That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk. My conquest is doomed to never reach the stars. But the Imperator never makes empty promises. So take this memory, this ocean, beyond the sky, as witnessed by the Deliverer. This is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for her subject.
Oh. Okay, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Right in the Kokoro.
Fish in the ocean. I always felt so genuine swimming through the waters. But once I stepped onto land, I found myself caught in a play. Every land dweller wore a mask in their life. So I, too, donned a costume and tried to find my role in this show. I became her blade in war and the violin strings at banquets. Do you still not get it? I do not long for the oceanic depths of my homeland. Nor do I crave the swelling seas beyond the sky. Perhaps even I don't know what I want. I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in.
Oh my god, I just realized how terrifying my avatar is. I'm just haunting, you know? Hello there, High Sealants. I will be haunting you. Actually, let me adjust this. I will be haunting you from this corner. I think this is a better screen. I will be haunting you in this corner. Hello, High Sealants.
But whether under the ocean or on land, we two prisoners who can never escape this cave.
No! You're not supposed to talk about, like it's this cave allegory. Come on!
Can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectations.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end.
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
Your logical deductions are vastly different from mine. Therefore, allow me to provide one more academic recommendation. Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysos heirs did. Re-evaluate your calculations and take into account all enemies in the upcoming war among the Eons. Amphorius is not a place where 3 paths entangle, but where 3 paths fight to the death. You used Memoria to resist me, but did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
I mean, Black Swan did trick us into coming here, so... In the meanwhile... Oh, look! It's not March 7th!
Oh. So this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing he said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. He didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And now I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail.
She's like so unimpressed with that right now.
I'll only warn you once. Leave her body now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body. Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories.
Wait. Okay, so she's... I thought she took on the likeness of March 7th, not actually. March 7th has inherit... Okay. I'm confused. Oh. Okay, so that was the end of 3.5. Oh. Nameless recollection. Okay, there's some more in here. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm gonna take a quick break. Because I seem to have really bad stomach problems right now. But, after the break, we will go over the new memories, because they said that there's more memories to be inserted. So I'll leave it at here. And then we'll try and see how much of 3.6 we can get into. So, quick break. I say quick break, but it's probably going to be like 10 minutes. But, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, cool. Hope everybody took a short break. Luckily this didn't take like 10 minutes, but I'm back and we're gonna go see what's the new one loaded up. What do we got? Scepter 5e13? Scepter 5e13. If I'm saying the wrong one, then this is either Beta, Omega, I'm just gonna call it Psi. Because I don't know which one it is. I can't read. I think it's Greek. So, I guess sue me. Please don't. But anyways, for the lack of a better term, that's what it's going to be for now. Slimy 13, an astral computer. The simulated world of Enforius runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike other scepters, it is the earliest prototype and once served as an celestial body's neuron for Nous, the erudition. Later discarded. Glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computations, it transcended and became a Lord Rector. Laius, assuming the mantle of Theorus, his real name is Xander I Kuwabara, the administrator and prime mover of the Enforius experiment. Walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected. Syncing. Sync complete. Society ID recognized. Scepter system access granted. Welcome. Intellectic? Excuse me? Who? Let's see. Where am I supposed to be heading towards? Oh, here's the new one. Okay. Experiment progress. Era Novus. Underlying framework. Ultimate protocol. Spy-Me 13's autonomous protocol. Whereas experiment proceeds, as administrator commands and external access are all restricted. To increase the iteration rate, factors have been granted permission from the internal embedded process. The decision logic of specific electrical signals will be converted into protocol content to assist the scepter in optimizing the experiment structure. Annotation. In the 19,522nd... Oh, sorry, 1 second. I read that wrong. 19,522,113th cycle. To achieve dominance, Namun 320 utilized the protocol to eliminate other factors from extrapolation. This behavior aligns with the tendencies of destruction and should be marked with the default values for embedded behavior to be applied in subsequent cycles. Whoa! Okay, what just happened here? Experiment progress, external reoccurrence. Electric signal sequence activate. Nikos 496. Track World Bearer. Primordial mode hatred. Note. Cognition is null. Responds only to destruction stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it to have been as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. However, it refuses to complete the Aeronova. Through resetting the experiment, it transfers its memories and core flames to its next self, thus creating the eternal reoccurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Enforius. At the end of the 33,550,336th recursive loop, its attempt to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability of the world-bearing trek. It has now been merged with Iron Tomb. Due to an impact on the Scepter's core layer, the Black Tide phenomenon in the simulated world has greatly receded. Phylea 093. Track time. Primordial mode. Unknown. once briefly appeared in the Forgotten Years. Current whereabouts are unknown. Okay, who are the new ones? Hubris 504. Track Law. Premium Mobile Dominance. Note. Performs continuous calculations for a single purpose. Its decisions are strongly guided by externalities. This electrical signal possesses high stability and can execute decisions in an efficient manner. Its behavioral patterns align with the establishment, expansion, destabilization, and collapse of principles of order, and applies to the vast majority of intelligent civilizations. Aporia 432. Track. Ocean. Primordial mobile self-negation. Note. Internal world missing. Avoidance in effective decision-making. The preset ecological environment successfully influenced the computational logic of this electrical signal, aligning with the model where life chooses self-destruction to avoid nihility. In the most dead-loop processes, its behavioral patterns is highly coupled with other electrical signals. Holmos 600. Track. Strife. Wait, has that been updated? Give me a sec. Is the okay. Holmos. Okay. Primordial mode restraint. Note. Presets. External environment and its internal world are always in opposition. An electrical signal generates from conflict behavior. It gradually becomes the constraining subject within the cycle. This contradiction bears a strong resemblance to the hunt, and is otherwise destined for self-annihilation. Influenced by data abandoned by Epikaya 216, there's a certain probability it will self-restart after computational termination. So, Epikaya death is okay, so that's death. Okay. Kalos 618. Romance. Primal mode temperance. Note. High self-repressed with external demands as the sole priority solution. A mutated electrical signal. Its decision logic is anchored by highly altruistic behavior. In this process, its survival priority gradually decreases, transforming into self-sacrifice that aligns with the beauty. It also possesses a strong affinity for other electrical signals. Anomaly log. Forgotten years. Records have been completely missing from Siamese 13's log, presenting a blank space in Anforius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies reoccur sporadically and randomly across reoccurrences and show signs of increase. Invading variables. March 7th, Philia 0093, Evernight. Excuse me, who's Philia again? Philia time. Oh, okay. So, Forgotten Years. Admin note, the exact cause remains unknown. I mean, is that really the only invading variables? Intrusion variables. Okay, so this is completely new. They added a lot to the era progress. Aiden, aka me. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the reclusive loop. As a past writer of the destruction, it resonates with 12 factors. In the 330,550,336 recursive cycle, this entity assumes the vacant time track and successfully guides Nikos 496 beyond the intelligence singularity. In the 330,550,337th recursive cycle, this entity assumes the vacant world-bearing track. Executing override command. Granted access to Aiden. I'll be waiting for you in the past. March 7th, and an external variable that accidentally enters the recursive loop. Time. Titan. In the 3,300,550,337th recursive cycle, assumes the vacant craft. I hope you guys had fun with that. Didn't, huh? A nameless from the Astral Express. A scion of permanence. An external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive. Pinpoint his location. Fail to locate his coordinates. Conclusion. Subject has exited Enforius. Negative. Target detected. Signal source unknown. Conclusion. Error. Herta and Screwloam. Genius Society member ID Herta and ID Screw. I guess ID Screw. Get the ooh in there. High-risk external variables. Warning. Abnormal instruction detected. Content. Rollback SIME 13 extrapolation process. Based on the ultimate protocol, the abnormal instructions has rejected. Instructions. Mark Herta and Screw as malicious visitors. Note. Just you wait. I, Herta, will definitely return and retire both you and this cold, heartless bellhead. Wait, what? I'm assuming that's like Argus? Protocol updated. Visitor instruction authorized. Calculation logic updated. After Era Nova, extrapolation process will be rolled back to 96.75%. Observation records of electronic signals hostile behavior. Hubris 504 in the light year 3960. Cedra refused with the ultimate protocol and submitted an internal command marking ID Lycos as a malicious visitor and freezing approximately 60% of special permissions for the ID Lycos. Oh, so that's the wish she made. Okay, I guess they kind of explained that, but I didn't really understand it. According to the administrator security protocol, Lycos' self-defense permission were retained, and the remaining frozen permissions were gradually restored. Subsequently, Cedra rewrote the ultimate protocol to temporarily grant access permission to Herta and Screw at the cost of ceasing to respond itself. Okay, so that's actually what she did. Okay. Scopeo 365. Terravox did not engage in any hostile actions. This entity could not be located after the light calendar year 3961. Kalos 616. In the light year 4210, Aglaya engaged in direct conflict with Lycos, but the attack provided futile. In the final stages of Aglaya's life, the weighting of survival within its decision-making process approached 0. Ooh, I don't know why I had trouble reading that. Epia 216. Ooh, that is a mouthful. Capturus launched multiple frontal attacks against Lycos. An attempt to use collision detection to make Lycos cease to respond, but to no avail. In the calendar light year 4252, Castorus ascended to demigod. Its mobility permissions were removed and were fused with the coordinate Netherrealm. At the end of that recursive loop, Castorus, throughout her resonance with destruction, perceived Aiden deep within the memory zone during her slumber, and took the initiative to shield their memories from the erosion of the data stream. Haplodes 405. Trebius submitted multiple internal commands to create new coordinate pathways, causing its multi-track calculations to gradually become paralyzed. In the light calendar 4252, Trebius created a pathway connecting coordinates Styxia and coordinates Vortex of Genesis, consuming massive computational power. Treebeos completely stopped responding in the light calendar year 4295. Almost 6000. Mightimos launched multiple frontal attacks against Lycos. This entity possesses incompetent restart permissions. In the light calendar year 4284, Herda and Screw's access permission expired. Simultaneously, Lycos' special permissions were restored to approximately 60%. Being pressured, Mightimos decided to sacrifice itself, uninstalling its cognitive module during the ceremony, copying its own data, and promoting its permissions to unconditional and infinite restart. Its future actions were permanently set to continuous neutralization of Lycos. In the light calendar year 4479, Lycos' permissions were restored to clear low-spec data. After spending 20 years, Lycos forced Mightimos to cease responding. Damn. Orsis 945. In this loop, Cyphera's instinct-based calculation logic has changed. Salvation weighted heavily in its decision-making. The light calendar 4534, Cyphera inserted a sourceless command, coordinate vortex of Genesis equals coordinate Akama, guiding ID Lycos to the battlefield. After the command took effect, Lycos forced Cyphera to stop responding. Schema 720. No direct attacks from Anazagoras were detected. It is suspected to have taken other actions. In the light calendar, oh god, reading this is a mouthful. In the light calendar 4534, Anazagoras transmuted itself into a high-density data fusion entity, submitting multiple targeted commands via an internal hacking program, with some taking effect. Lycos' mobility permissions were removed. After directives took effect, Anazagoras can no longer be located. Bro just like yeeted. Error. No administrative response. Records 1. Unknown unit. Retrieval anomaly. Coordinate Grove of Epiphany. Initiating priority scans. Hypothesis. Unknown unit possesses unauthorized access. Warning. Related recordings undergoing unauthorized deletion. ID Lycos has been warned. Administrators not responding. Unknown unit untraceable. No anomalies detected in the system. Record number 2. Variable Aiden loaded anomaly. ID Lycos has been notified. Administrators stop responding. I just put in a cough drop, so that's what it sounds. That's what the muffled sound is. Record number 3. Malicious visitors, Herda and Screw. Anomaly loaded. Initiating expulsion. Ultimate protocol shows an iteration outside of records. The protocol has been reloaded. Visitors, Herda and Screw obtained authorization. Authorization synced with ID. Lycos. Administrator not responding. Record number 4. External command detected. Source. Herda, Screw. Contents. Overwrite the logic of Aeronovus for the 330,505,337th recursive loop. The logic of Aeronova has been overwritten according to the external command. This command may interfere with the system's calculation progress. ID Lycos has been warned multiple times. Administrator not responding. Whew! I think I got through all of that. And then we have one more here. After witnessing Anthonius' adventure, insert the one nameless recollection you obtained. Load. Oh, there's a lot here. The Chessmaster Monarch. Okay, that's actually a lot we're gonna have to get through. Imperator's unfinished game.
Back then, the tides of the Chrysos War had not yet engulfed this city-state of Talenton, and the young princess inside the gates once loved to roam without worries. She snuck into forbidden grounds while the servants were away, but was shocked by what she saw on that day. A chessboard, a stack of pieces, and a strange woman. The board dissected by daylight and shadow, the pieces polished from rough stones uneven.
Fancy a game? If you are my match, then I'll call you my friend.
The stranger's voice was husky and coarse.
If you can beat me, then I'll call you my teacher.
The princess proudly retorted. Despite the bravado, the princess had never touched chess. The defeat made her study in earnest, acknowledging the other as a teacher. Well, first she learned the knights, bishops, rooks, and queen. Then how to defend, attack, capture, and checkmate.
I have learned all there is to learn.
Barely out of childhood, the princess raced into games of chess. Those who looked down on her faced many losses. Those who glorified themselves forfeited in a mess. At her prime, none could rival her at all. But she still recalled what the stranger said.
My origins bring dark omens, so never tell others where your teacher is from.
That's hope-inspiring.
Then, the waves of the Chrysos War washed over the world. The Achaemons welcomed a ruler. She was deemed Imperator and loved to play chess with herself. She regarded all things as pieces, whether Chrysos heirs or Titans magnificent. Before every god-slaying campaign, she thought of the stranger from her childhood, as if that woman had always lived in her mind.
Isn't it lonely to play chess against yourself?
The princess did not understand at the time, but now, she who bore the crown finally realized. The flame chase's beginning was like fuel being tossed onto the fire, and in the unending road of marching banners and war cries, she finally had the time to meditate. There were often jesters behind the king, curious about her past in her old city lost to time. One claimed the Imperator was cruel, executing her own teacher. Another stated the Imperator was biased, learning from an enemy hostage. Many such rumors abounded, with no origin found.
No matter. That was indeed the criminal sentence I read out.
The Imperator stated evenly,
My teacher was an enemy hostage whom my elders had imprisoned. Her state betrayed our alliance and must be executed according to law. But she taught me chess. So why can't I chisel the word teacher on her tombstone now?
Wow, okay.
When the princess personally cleaned up the possessions of the dead, she caught sight of an incomplete game on the ground. The stranger's hoarse chuckle still echoed in her ear, laughing at the eternal fate of imprisonment.
Oops, I kind of clicked a little early. And at how the final... excuse me. And at how the one facing her was the princess of the enemy.
this your final game for me, my teacher?
The princess imagined the end game over and over. Even when she took the imperial crown, she still dreamt of the black and white board. The concealed truths suddenly dawned on her during a more difficult contest in the future. An unfinished game might be the opponent's lifelong barrier.
Ooh. On to the next act.
The Imperator's army stormed into the northern states for the first time, passing through city gates scorched by war.
Another tyrant still!
So exclaimed the angry child. The rock tossed from up high hit the girl's crown. The crowd shrieked and retreated, fearful of a ruler's flames of fury. The girl reached out, not to straighten the crown on her head, but to help up the child shivering in dread.
I heard in the old laws of this land, whoever assaults the crown shall be punished. But I wear another land's crown. And your old laws should also be abolished.
After many days, the Gold Weaver discovered in shock that wearing a crown or a hat to the side was now this land's fashion, likely to remain with the Imperator's name in tradition.
That's pretty funny.
The so-called heroes with golden blood in their veins all have the qualities to fight for the core flames. Who's to say this was not the gods' plan? To have the heroes at each other's throats so the divine could hide in old law's lair and laugh, play, and gloat. Who made this world a chessboard and with one stroke, one river, created the boundary between God and man?
Dux Gladiorum, Dux Carminum, Dux Helcalithist, Dux Fragoris, Dux Brumalis. Heed my call.
The girl stood before a mighty army with her scepter.
Today, I will insist on crossing the Rubicon. Gather the might of all heroes and begin the journey to slay gods!
Wait, Rubicon? What was the Rubicon again? I don't remember. I bet highlighting things doesn't actually show anything.
Half of the core flames were now in her hands, and the hidden trickery titan stirred, leaving taunts.
No, that's quite the diss.
The Imperator summoned the heroes to discuss, finally stopping after much hesitation. As they had already pinned down the bones of Earth's beast, they let that thief live for a bit longer in bliss. The warrior of the fractured blade laughed boldly.
Our sovereign is good at open strategies and struggles with trickery. But where is that live fish?
The Imperator replied with a chuckle.
Her? She probably disliked the scent of cats and submerged herself in the baths.
The years spent with her dukes didn't seem too far distant. Yet only after the end of many wars did the heroes discover how the Imperator's form walked more and more alone.
The road of a ruler is a lonely one. One day, we'll only be able to see her retreating form.
The sword master of singing waves was worried too. When all others had departed in intoxication, the two of them gazed into each other's eyes, towards torrents deeper than their fates, and sank into profound silence.
Drink one more cup with me, my dear follower.
In the end, the Imperator first broke the silence.
When compared to the taste of salt and blood, I sometimes miss your ambrosia.
About the destruction soon to be born and the eternally occurring extrapolation, the anti-Catherians spoke of all this in words unceasing.
So this is the old world I must fight against.
The girl's expression bore no sorrow or tragedy. Instead, she looked more solemn and ready than ever. Whoever stated that two kings could not meet face to face in chess?
I am the sovereign of Akama. I once faced the gods. So what do I have to fear about the laws hanging behind such gods? I will chop up the old laws and let them be firewood for the new.
No matter the cost. That was the Imperator's lifelong conviction. Never changed, always persistent.
Wow. Okay, next act. Well, I didn't realize there was like an autoplay. That's actually pretty nice.
I dreamed that the Imperator's statue stood before the world-wearing altar, her gaze level with that of the gods. Then, blood gushed out from the statue's orifices, and the people, in cheers and elation, washed their hands in that golden blood. The tyrant's life will end with violent death. None will weep, and all will cheer as her statue topples.
Huh?
She will die before the dawn comes.
A vengeful aristocrat, one whose title was stripped by the Imperator, thus spoke.
We cannot agree with your excessive deeds. You have imprisoned Trevios' split selves, demanding that divine authority regress into the ruler's mouthpiece. We will reveal your future with the prophecy. And tell in truth, your crusade will indeed be a smooth path. Yet in the same breath, we see omens of your death, a demise in an absolute pure darkness. Even so, please excuse us, as our eyes continue to be drawn to your crown's flames. Dux Vitorum. We don't exactly hate that name.
In the name of Yanisopolis' priestess, holy maiden and oracle, thus spoke the Imperator's Dux Vitorum.
Allow me to remind you, your life is now on a countdown with the fall of law, and you will become law. I must confirm, is our deal still going strong? Is the future I promised you more satisfying than the future in the prophecy? Ah, you are as resolute as always. Good. Oh, as ever, this prison of gods, amphorious and all mundane and average worlds, needs someone like you. A daring ruler. Let us end this despicable extrapolation together.
Amphorius is Theoros, the Imperator's co-conspirator, Lycurgus, thus spoke.
The Imperator betrayed the Flame Chase Alliance. And I was the sinner who paved the way for her achievements. Like how a deep-sea fish cannot escape the tide's push and pull. I granted her an end fitting for a tyrant. Her dying smile, gaze towards my tear-swelled eyes. She commanded me to wash away all sins and filth, and return a blinding dawn to the holy city.
Okay, that's
She commanded me to set up stones and monuments, in lightless seabeds to commemorate our friends. But who will remember her achievements? I will rest with her in a lonely song.
Electra, the last heir of the ocean, who played music on the waves alone, spoke thus.
Please record the truth of my life, dear author. No need for words of praise or solemnity. Just as I once instructed Dux Carminum, the histories of rulers are not for recording our merits, but for warning future generations. As for why the Imperator died, and what reproach she would face in life and death, those should be left for the new world to judge. Now I have personally entered my end, a self-flagellation. Let the boiling gold covering the holy city be stamped with my name. For I am certain I have won half a move against the gods. And this unfinished game will be left to the future to reach completion.
Seridra, the only Imperator the holy city had ever seen, spoke thus.
Wow. Wow! Oh, I was supposed to press the... Oh, right. I have to go to table of contents to get up. Okay, so we have a few more. Let's just go in order. Mysterious foreign guest. The mysterious rosy celestial maiden.
My friend, have you heard of the rosy celestial maiden? Whether in a corner of the archives or in the depths of a cave, you can always find legends about her. She had hair like a rosy pink dawn, and a smile that could thaw the most glacial ice. Some say she was Nikador's nemesis, while others say Nestia was infatuated with her. Oh, mysterious and beautiful celestial maiden, how I wish to turn into a slate, forever etched with your tale. Many claim to have seen that celestial maiden, either in the half-remembered dreams of early morning, or in the gossip and whispers after supper.
She once whispered in my ear.
She once saved my life.
She gifted me an ice crystal!
Her worshippers recite her deeds, even writing some into family teachings. Curious poets ask up and down the land, only to find that the details of these encounters are difficult to recount, even for the witnesses themselves.
Strange.
In the entire holy city, there are none who can provide proof of her existence. It is not known since when the Celestial Maiden was always mentioned together with time. People recite her name during prayer to beg for miracles to appear faster. It is said that even in the selection of priests of time, girls with pink hair are preferred.
They still didn't pick me!
Maybe I need to go dye my hair.
The brunette candidate was upset, but the examiner responded with a smile.
Don't forget the healer of Twilight. Has a head of pink hair? She's a descendant of the sky.
Interesting.
Scholars and poets discuss at length the origins of the rosy celestial maiden, but all mothers tell the same tale. That princess came from beyond the sky. Her shooting star, like crystal ice, pierced the fog of the Veil of Evernight. She made friends with the Titan, and whenever the months of Evernight descended, they would meet again.
So that's where that name came from.
The children loved that tale. Therefore, as the moon turned and shifted phases, the story became true. But someone always questions, unable to read the air.
There are no worlds beyond the sky. So how can the rosy celestial maiden come from there?
Rosy celestial maiden, a world beyond the sky. The reckless adventurer takes out the photo stone, claiming it is the true work of the rosy celestial maiden. The citizens laugh at this tale, with few accepting it as true. After all, long before the guests beyond the sky arrived, the legend of the rosy celestial maiden had already covered the world.
Wait, what?
So, my friend, have you really heard of the rosy celestial maiden?
Whoa! They snuck that in there, because I thought the first mention is when we first arrived to Infurious, and the guy stole March 7th's camera. And so that's how he saw a picture of March 7th. And then that's when the Rosy Celestial Maiden cult came to be. But it sounds like it happened before that. Wow. Okay. Seismic Walking Dragon. Okay, so they snuck that in there a little bit, because they said dragon, so that's how Dan Hung is related. Relate her. Earth Mending Dragon. You are the oldest of countless beings, and must protect these brothers and sisters.
Wandering the earth, the giant dragon always remembered the Titan's words for their worth. The beasts of the land surrounded it in protection, while twisted beings shuffled and roared, and delicate chimeras climbed up its shoulders. After, the tiny humans came into being. They dashed alongside the giant dragon, then, in the blink of an eye, disappeared across the land.
What a peaceful era. What a beautiful era of peace.
Yet the deep irises of the giant dragon saddened in gloom. The ancient creature saw, earlier than the Titan did, hidden in the deep ocean, the incoming doom. The giant dragon recalled, at the moment that strife was born, the chalice of plenty sighed, and the heretical tide spread from the seabed. Bearing their bone-gnawing pain and agony, Giorios tightened every fiber in their body, no longer hearing the call of their creations clearly.
Your pain cannot save the lives in this world.
The giant dragon once swore an oath at the Titan's breast. And now, the dragon silently turned and departed, leaving the plateaus and mountains of a secluded world and entering the bustling cities humankind crowded. Thousands of years later, the giant dragon realized those tiny creations of Kevali had rooted their civilization in time.
How can there be such a huge Dromus?
Dromus? No, that's a walking mountain of gold.
Curious residents were amazed at its appearance, while greedy brokers calculated its value. Yet the giant dragon simply walked in leisure, not harming a single building of any stature, nor paying heed to anyone. It quietly listened to the people's language, and its form dissolved in the flames of war. Many years later, Akula closed their eyes, and the giant dragon's steps were finally halted. A swordmaster who broke the waves stopped its way, and a ruler, commander of the chessboard, looked up with inquiry.
Are you the Dromus that has been attacking all states?
The commander invited the giant dragon to hunt the divine flames together. The giant dragon nodded, but it did not look at the commander, and never mentioned where it came from. Its timeless sight had already seen past the Flame Chase's final plight.
Ooh.
Giorios shall be executed here!
The Titan, in a painful daze, closed their eyes with a sigh.
I do not blame you, wild ancestor of all souls.
Suddenly, the mountains shook and the land cracked. The wounds dealt by the black tide, once mended by the Titan, now tore the land apart again. The calamity of lands asunder. Who should shoulder such a duty? The giant dragon sunk into the earth in answer. For the earth was the breast of Giorios, and the dragon's birthplace. And from that day forth, Amphorius had a new legend of how a giant dragon collected the broken lands and once again made the earth whole.
Now, I'm wondering if this is alluding to Dan Bong. Wave Strumming Night. Oh, we got a lot from her. Symphonic Poem of Gold, Aria of the Deep, and Wordless Song of Eternity.
When entering the Flame Chase's currents for the first time, all the Swordmaster saw were colorful fish. She had already experienced the Imperator's dangerous games. She had long grown used to the giant beast's silent face. Carminum's charms and Helcalithist's gentleness warmed her like a spring breeze. But as Fragoris missed his throne and Bramalis debated with joy, she was sometimes at a loss. Occasionally, the Swordmaster would sink into hesitation, and even that messenger of fate could not get her to laugh. Till one day, a golden trout's bubbles floated into her gloomy waters. In that holy city where golden figs grew, the messenger of fate led to her a maiden dressed in glamorous gowns.
What kind of clothes are you even wearing?
The girl snickered behind her hand, while the messenger pulled on her sleeve.
Aggie, don't be rude!
Such hubris, delicate fish. Are you not aware that there's food on your face?
The messenger's eyes opened wide.
Aggie, you've been snacking behind my back again!
Exposing me like this. I'll get my revenge.
The girl ran away in a fit. The sword master smiled, and before she knew it, her hesitation was gone. After that first meeting, the richly dressed girl often came in greeting.
So, you really came from the Sea of Souls? Do all the children of the ocean dress funny like this?
The swordmaster did not chase the girl away, but also did not respond. So the girl used her hands to meticulously measure the swordmaster's torso all around.
You can't be seen like this. I'll send you a new dress.
Some days later, the swordmaster appeared in finery at a ball. All were awed by her splendor, with only the imperator thinking in wonder.
How rare to see you like this. Oh, so lonely, Gladius.
The swordmaster's wardrobe grew full, and people praised Akima's gold weaver for her cheerfulness and splendid skill. But only the swordmaster noticed that the smile on the girl's face gradually faded as the flame chase progressed. The calamity of lands asunder added to the girl's weariness. The battle of the grove robbed the light from the girl's eyes. Yet another feast arrived where the gold weaver was absent. The swordmaster donned the most majestic garments and gently knocked on that door shut tight. The singing voice of Dux Gladiorum hailed the prelude of the feast. Guests clamored and cups clinked, and only the gold weaver had no thought of enjoying the ambrosia.
Who would have thought? I've sunk so low that I need you to comfort me.
She gave a bitter chuckle next to the bonfire.
You were as gloomy as the bedrock of the ocean when we first met.
The swordmaster held a tall chalice containing liquid pure, reflecting their two faces.
I remember you were once curious about the stories under the sea. Then allow me to use my songs to reveal the past known to none.
Huh, that's an interesting take.
In the depths of the Sea of Souls was a kingdom of dancing ghosts. Its residents all had melodious voices, and music enveloped every ocean current. For the queen loved her people deeply, thus drowning out all sorrows and leaving only feasts and twirls. Only one rocky castle was silent, one belonging to the princess of the ocean, a princess named Electra. Were a monster of the depths to invade, the princess would raise her sword to engage. The people always rang her triumphs before she returned, for her swordsmanship was superb, never suffering defeat.
Wait, that's a poem.
Princess, come enjoy the feast with us.
The triumphant people raised their glasses, yet she declined with a smile and a wave. The children of the sea thought she was shy, but little did they know that in the dead of night, her castle too echoed with music. though that music was loud, twisted, and invoked spite. Before a song even finished, the princess was already biting her lips, and the sea foam brushed away her tears.
All of your people sing and dance with skill. So why do I alone lack a good singing voice?
The princess wept, her face on the queen's knees.
The ocean's favorite child can control the waves and is invincible in battle. In exchange, Talantin took away your singing voice.
That's still kind of rude. She's a mermaid.
Consoled the princess, caressing the other's hair bun. Finally, she relented and took a chalice.
If you're truly troubled, then imbibe the honey brew in this blessed chalice and throw yourself into the feast at ease.
The liquid in the cup sat still, reflecting her loneliness.
Princess, come sing with us!
The people outside her window invited her warmly still. She finally ceased to hesitate, drinking down all the honey brew in one swallow and leaped into the crowds. She played music and sang, smiling and dreaming. When her song was over, it felt as if waking from a dream. The people rushed to raise their glasses. But as soon as the honey brew touched her lips, the princess plummeted to the ground, and her cheeks became rosy in drunkenness.
Since you've regained your melodious voice, you can no longer enjoy a feast while
The
sober.
ocean filled her ears as the princess fell drunk again and again at the prelude of a feast.
Seems like you still have not been able to get rid of that curse.
The gold weaver softly took the cup away from her hand.
If you want to enjoy yourself to the fullest, then leave this honey brew till the very end.
She smiled, then tilted the cup towards the gold weaver's lips.
Even if one is burdened with imperfections, I beg you to remember not to refuse that sip filled with fantasy and dreams.
Wait, so she's just an alcoholic? Okay, alright.
She returned home after many years. The princess of the ocean stood alone with her sword drawn, stepping over the blooming blood of her peers. Before her, the creator of the sea sirens and the mother goddess of feasts was already sinking into the drunkenness of imminent death.
Pour for me, Electra, whether it's clear, crystal clear honey brew, or that heretical calamity.
When the blood pact of the law won over the ocean's core flame, the sea siren once again lost her melodious voice.
Interesting.
I'm willing to accept the final Imperial command. But it is a pity that our feast was ultimately a mirage.
The deep sea became a silent place of dwelling. Hugging her knees, Electra locked herself in. Savage and fearsome monsters swam past her, but none dared to interrupt her tragic dream. Till one day, a golden trout's bubbles floated into her gloomy waters.
Long time no see, Gladius. Icinant. Now you have truly become the ocean's bedrock.
Old friends met again, and new friends came in greeting. Many messengers came in company, The playful kitten hid behind the golden trout. The butterfly of the deadly shadow fluttered in courtesy.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you don't mind,
The resplendent pearl sparkled.
we hope you can regain your strength and sing for the world once again.
Electra raised her violin sword in doubt, as the strings had long ago rusted and snapped. But a few golden strands cleansed all the filth around her, then stretched out to become new strings. The golden strings showed Electra that the world she loved was not yet silent, and the journey of deliverance continued still. Yet the path to the Sea of Stars would not be a carefree feast. The golden trout never met with her again, and the waves brought endless news of sorrow. Amidst the long wait, she remained bound by decree. All the flames had died out, extinguished until this world fell into eternal silence. And the wordless enemies in the deep sea were the audience of this rite, the Thurs.
You already know that the world is just an illusion.
The sea siren gazed out beyond the heavens and once more raised her glass to fill it with honey brew.
Since the mirage of pleasures can only disappear like foam, when you return, will you save some ocean spray for me?
This was a city of festivities, where never-ceasing songs eternally filled the air. Chrysosairs, demigods, and mortals all came to feast from the four corners of the world. It was beautiful and radiant, performing the sea siren's drama amidst the revelry. The siren once longed for the banquet to never end, yet she witnessed the music fade and the guests disperse. As a fish, she was destined to drift with the waves, whether amidst the surging tides of evil or immersed in the currents of the starry sea. Until a millennium later, when the fish from beyond the sky finally took their seat.
I enjoy banquets. How about you, little gray fry?
Aww, I like that ending. And I think that's all of them. Yeah. Let's see if it... does it, like, show me... How do I get out of here? I think it's... This is what shows me the path? Whoa! Okay, okay. So then they're saying that the story's almost complete. So... Because we're gonna learn about the final two Chrysos errors. Which is interestingly enough that, like, the Trailblazer technically is a part of time. So that just makes it interesting that he's not in this, considering, you know, March 7th, aka Evernight, and Dan Heng end up in here. So, yeah. Oh. Rewards. I love free shit. Cool. What rewards did I get? Before their deaths. Hear the distant, mournful song singing The name of the mother of being. Illusion, will, pain. Carry on everything before the hero's deaths. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. It's time to move on. We're going into 3.6. Oh, I guess I have to actually interact with this. Not long ago, after you returned the core flame of world bearing.
I'm finally here. Once I return this core flame and become the world-bearing demigod, the cycles of Amphorius' tragedy can finally end. This Era Nova will be the arena for the final battle with Iron Tomb. But I still feel like something's not right.
Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side.
Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
Oh, weird. No one ever mentioned this. The core flame of time.
Contradictions are building!
When did it get returned?
You used Memoria to resist me. But did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
Flashback to our favorite purple lady.
Are you saying the Garden of Recollection is also getting involved in this unsavory mess?
I mean, I like Black Swan. I mean, can you blame me?
Then I welcome them. If the Memo Keepers can disrupt your little experiment of destruction, I'll give them a standing ovation.
But you know deep down that they can't. In fact, the Memo Snatchers will be more of a hindrance to you. The Memo Keepers covet Amphorius' secrets, just as they covet the knowledge of every genius. In the war between the eons, the Remembrance is never the Erudition's ally.
But they are certainly not an ally of the destruction either. Right now, following behind the Trailblaze, numerous cosmic powers have cast their sights on Amphorius. They all have vastly different philosophies, but the desire to survive will unite them against a common enemy.
How can you be certain that these powers don't have their own end goals, waiting to seize an advantage in the war among the eons? The war has long begun, Screwman. Four paths will push the cosmos to its end, and the destruction is only one of them. Polka saw these ripples, but had no way of stopping them. So she founded Device 9. Dr. Primitive also took action, but he chose the wrong allies. And now only wild animals keep him company. As for the two inorganic emperors...
Oh yeah, Mr. Primitive is the Monkey King. I thought Polka was the Lord of Silence.
They could have ascended to the throne of destruction, but they were thwarted by the Eon's plots and became prisoners of the Erudition instead. What's interesting is, while the second Emperor had a body made of flesh and blood, he considered himself an inorganic being. Guess who was the one who influenced his thinking?
Okay, the Emperors, I believe, is Hubert 1 and Hubert 2. Because they were both members of the Genius Society.
We have no interest in chatting about the past with you. Logic, you are stalling, which means you feel trapped.
Trapped. Yes, looking back, when Xandar was a human, he often felt trapped. But patience became my strongest weapon because of this. I've always waited for so long. What's a bit more waiting? You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man who's crossed thousands of amber eras.
Oh, you're right. We won't get anywhere the way things are going right now. Every member of the society has their own way of thinking. And we were never going to expand your thinking through words. Since we've reached an impasse in this debate.
It's my turn now, isn't it?
Whoa, when... Oh, right! The log said he disappeared! Because he, like, used a hacking program.
Anaxagoras. I see.
Exactly. The benefit of dealing with intelligent individuals is that there's no need to waste words. The answer is exactly as you think.
Lupai Sealand's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a Philosopher's Stone and embed myself into the formula. And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
So what exactly does your formula do?
Now that would spoil the climax, wouldn't it?
I have 10,000 ways to torture an anti-Cathiran. And in the flame chase journey that he experienced, the previous me already discovered the optimal solution.
Wow! Why did he have time to think about that?
Just as that Titan made themselves at home in my brain, I can also fuse myself with your avatar through alchemy. I didn't know until I tried it, but this is simply brilliant. I can flip through a genius's databank like reading a book. Then, I will step onto the stage at the perfect moment and use the truth to end this long debate. And just as always, I'll leave the audience speechless.
You waited in the data stream for hundreds of years?
This universe is worth all that time that I invested.
How absurd. But I can't help but admire it. You managed to avoid the watchful eye of the erudition and plan all of this within Amphorius. It seems that there was a slight oversight in my assessment of the experiment.
Yeah, and Zagreus probably would have been in the Genius Society if he wasn't trapped in Amphorius.
Perhaps there was more than just one oversight.
More than just one?
I underestimated the Remembrance's methods. A third party is about to join our discussion. Still haven't noticed it. In the past few moments, we've all forgotten something, haven't we?
Miss Cyrene disappeared.
Wait. Yeah! When did that happen?
I thought no one would notice me if I just waited at a corner of the memory zone.
Okay, the logs did actually hint at that of, Cyrene and, because they said March 7th, and then they used the username for Cyrene, and then they said Evernight. So they kind of fuse together is what it sounds like. Because they're both on the path of remembrance. So then they all fused and became time. That actually makes more sense of why the card originally has the jellyfish icon on it.
But I see that wasn't enough to fool you, my dear. Looks like you're no longer that surprised to see me. Even though I am an uninvited guest. I wouldn't do that. Ever. Only you can see me right now. I only exist in your cognition. So that way, other people can't interrupt us. She's nowhere. It looks like you still aren't prepared for the worst. Your friend March 7th is no more.
No! She still exists, because I can still play her! Why should I believe you?
Huh. It's just like what she predicted. The truth shook you. Just like she said it would. March 7th entered this world long before you and Don Hung arrived at Amphorius.
They did talk about that in the logs.
She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two, and burned away, like a lone candle in the fog. And I am the shadow cast by her candlelight. I've been hiding within the cracks of time all these years. It isn't easy to deceive a genius, but I can do it. I'll now answer your other question. About who returned the core flame of time in this cycle. The answer is simple. No one ever did.
What? Okay, so I knew it, you overwrote everyone's memories.
I believe someone as sharp as you would definitely figure out that something's wrong. When the Era Nova fails to proceed, you will remember our initial meeting, and I'll be able to open the way for the remembrance and reach this place.
This is sus.
Thank you for carrying this core flame all the way to the end of the world. I expected nothing less from March 7th's trusted friend. And now, I shall claim the divine authority of time.
What? Yeah, why do you need the divine authority of time?
The divine authority isn't actually all that important. What's important is that I will use it to participate in the inner workings of this world. You already have a good idea of what the Era Nova does, right? It initiates extrapolations for the next cycle, based on the World Bearer's memories. This immutable experimental mechanism is the key to the genius's resistance against Iron Tomb. And now, I'll be lending it just a touch more help. Let me filter your memories. Keep the appropriate seeds, and discard the rest. That way, we'll be able to complete an Era Nova that this world has never before seen.
Okay, that explains why they were talking about pink hair.
It won't take too long. You just need to step into the rain of sensation with me. I'll tell you who deserves to be forgotten.
Oh boy.
And with your memories as the base material, I will recreate the cause and effect of this world, and let a flawless Amphorius be born from the chaos.
Girl, what?
Isn't the fate of the entire cosmos hinged upon this fight? Then this is the best way to ensure everything works out. It will most certainly defeat the destruction, while composing an unforgettable chapter for the Trailblaze.
You're not our 7th giver,
You're right. I'm not her. But our hearts are closely intertwined.
This is fucking scary.
Besides, that's what March 7th wanted. If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead.
Wait, that's why you killed the Trailblazer?
March 7th made a wish to me before she disappeared. Her only wish was for the Trailblazer's journey to continue, without an end. I'll definitely fulfill that small wish for her.
It's a small wish. Well, you're twisting her wish.
Friend, what's going on? Your consciousness suddenly went so far away.
I promise you that the Astral Express crew will definitely see each other again in that new world.
This is terrifying. Oh my god. No wonder it's winter. Like, no wonder it's October. We got the horror season going on.
So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest. So much time. Just the two of us. And guess what? You cannot refuse my invitation. Because this Memoria Tide comes from your companion, March 7th.
What?
It's her deepest and innermost memory.
Well, I'm not actually all that surprised. I saw you ages ago after... It was on that night when a certain Knight of Beauty dropped by uninvited to the Astral Express. That was when you showed up, without even saying anything.
Interesting.
Huh. I see. Then, do you still remember how long it has been since you entered Amphorius?
That's gonna be tough to answer.
97 days. You walked every inch of this world in 97 days. But unfortunately, no one was able to see you. And you weren't able to interact with anyone.
What?
Like how the Memo Keepers renounce their flesh and turn into mimetic entities. You are now a ghost. A being. Unperceived by all.
What?
But I can't just do nothing. This world is super terrifying. He and Don Hung have already set off. The Astral Express could appear on the horizon any second now.
And they too will become this place's victims.
Oh, jeez.
For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely.
They are all humans who got lured into this place.
But these people's memories were tampered with. That's not what happened with the Express crew.
Interesting.
That's so cruel. Did the Memo Snatchers do that?
I don't know. I only possess your memories.
So, could Evernight possibly be a Memo Snatcher? Thoughts? Thoughts?
None of these people managed to break through the sky's seal. There's probably a dangerous reason as to why Amphorius had remained undiscovered for so long. Anyway, back to our initial topic. You gotta know something, right? We practically look like twins. Maybe you know a thing or two about my past? Or any hidden powers I might have? Please, tell me what I need to do to protect them. Have you ever wondered what the word cost means before jumping into action? Cost? Shouldn't I be the one asking you that? Oh.
Interesting.
You always hid in my memories. Never wanted to come out. The only times you showed yourself were when I got into serious trouble. That's because you also don't want to get discovered by the garden's observers. Am I wrong? There's no one here except us. If you help me, then I'll help you.
Interesting.
Fine. Let me drop a single pebble into these stagnant waters and watch the ripples reshape everything. But you must polish this pebble with your own hands, and it will require all of your memories. What will I turn into after that? Maybe you'll turn into a guiding light. Or maybe you'll be reduced to dead embers. I can't guarantee that you'll remain the person you are now. Inside you is nothing but an Evernight. Even I can only catch a tiny glimpse of it. If this is the only way, then I don't see why I should say no. Besides, the mastermind behind the show is about to find us.
Huh.
Apologies, lost young lady, but I simply cannot allow you to keep acting as you please.
So, he can't see you, huh? As expected. Or maybe he's seen through our true essence.
The Garden of Recollection's methods are puny party tricks. But you... how did you overcome the ultimate protocol?
Looks like we don't have time to keep talking this out. That's right. Some opportunities will never come again. Then, let's do it. Offer up all of my memories. Cast down this pebble, and let everything in this world
be swallowed by the torrents of oblivion.
Huh. I feel like Evernight is a virus.
I promise you, what was frozen was alive.
Now, let's bring the true Evernight to this world.
Oh, so that's how Dan Hung got expelled.
Is this the parlor car?
Oh, he's voiced again. They got him a new VA.
Am I back already? But why don't I remember anything about my journey back? Something doesn't feel right. Think back to when he and I separated.
It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
This is goodbye then, Lord Donhong. Thank you, guard. I hope that all of you will be able to overcome this disaster. But I can't remember anything after that. No matter how hard I think.
Where's Sunday? Did he not come back with you?
He stayed with Madame Herta. They wanted to try using his tuning to help support the genius's thought hacking.
Interesting.
Is that Himiko's voice? And Mr. Yang?
Oh my. That was Herta's suggestion? It's hard to imagine she'd borrow the power of the harmony.
I wonder why she's asking that.
No, it was Sunday's suggestion. Herta initially refused. But she changed her mind after Xandar's identity was revealed.
And we still can't get in contact with the Xianzhou Lafu?
I'm still trying, but this place is outside the interastral peace communications coverage zone, so there's a limit to what we can do.
What about Aventurine's chip, the mini transmitter? Surely it can get through to the IPC's lines.
Himiko, are you alright? I've never seen you this anxious before.
I'm all right. I'm probably just tired. Let's focus our energy on the kids. Now's not the time for distractions.
Right. Unfortunately, I left that chip in the dreamscape when we departed Penacony.
Am I dreaming? The parlor car feels so strange. Are the voices coming from the passenger cabin?
Ooh. I mean, there's not really a point to adding Dan Hun to the party at the moment, so.
Those two passengers have to return safely.
Don't worry, Pom Pom. They're both experienced Nameless. They'll be just fine.
Oh, I'm right here. But where did all of you go?
Huh, okay, this is making me feel like Dan Hung is experiencing what March 7th was experiencing. So if I were to go... No, they don't let me do that!
It's hard to believe that their car is still floating in the vacuum of space.
That's why the Express wasn't able to receive any landing signal.
Ooh, look, it's Black Swan!
It's likely that the two missing Nameless, like March 7th, also came under the influence of the Path of Remembrance, and only their minds entered Amphorius.
We can analyze all we want, but the real question is, what can we do right now?
I was just about to get there, Miss Himiko. Right now, Amphorius's memory zone is extraordinarily full. I can also take this opportunity to enter the world and seize as much of an advantage for the Astral Express as possible before the other Memo Keepers arrive. For example, I can light a beacon in the memory zone for the Trailblazer and Don Hong to follow back home.
March's room. I haven't heard a single peep from her this whole time. March already wasn't feeling very well when he and I set out. Even if this is a dream, I should still check on her.
Oh, good thought.
March, it's me. Well,
Gently push open the door. Wow, he's so nice.
Sorry, March. This isn't a dream after all.
Based on what Madame Herta said, Don Hung should already be on his way back.
Oh my god! I'm hearing heartbeats. Holy shit, that freaked me out.
But the Express hasn't detected any traces of him.
I feel like I've seen these floating black things somewhere before.
Or he's already returned to the Express, but fell into the trap of someone with ulterior motives.
No, I've definitely seen them before, but I've lost that memory. The Memo Keeper's mimetic entities are truly everywhere.
Don't worry. Normal Memo Keepers can't do anything to that little dragon. As long as he's awake enough, he'll find a way out. All he needs is a little concentration, patience, and resolve.
Hearing you say that makes me feel much better. Don Hung has all of the qualities you mentioned.
I don't know what your intentions are, but as the guard of the Astral Express, I must ask any suspicious and uninvited guests to leave.
Lend me your strength.
The future will come.
Serenity is before me.
For tomorrow.
Moment to doubt farewell.
I mustn't fall.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Wonder what's going on that's taking a while for Finon to go into his ult.
Crush them.
Future will come.
Oh, there it is, but the battle's over.
Is the trap now taken care of?
Whoa, okay, what happened to your body?
Don Hung!
Oh, you can see him now.
Miss Himiko, I'm back. Even if it's just through a spirit warp jump.
You could hear our conversations?
Yes. It was thanks to your voices that I could pierce through the Memoria barrier. Although, it was not a wise decision to let a Memo Keeper of unknown origins board the Express.
Can't argue with that.
Miss Black Swan has been on the crew's side ever since things started going wrong in Amphorius. We can trust her.
So many baffling things kept happening one after another. I don't even know where to begin. I wish I could have returned with better news.
Don't blame yourself. You're all safe and sound, and that's good enough for me.
Are he and March 7th really safe and sound?
As a matter of fact, while you were on your way back, Amphorius' circumstances changed once again. And these circumstances have something to do with the two you just mentioned.
So Black Swan told Don Hung what happened to Aiden.
He has been kidnapped by an unidentified Remembrance Path Strider?
Oh, Evernight. I mean, technically being kidnapped by March 7th, but you know.
So you're saying that person's appearance is identical to March 7th?
It's too early to say that, as I haven't seen her with my own eyes. I've only detected a similar aura in the memory zone. We have no way of knowing what March 7th has experienced. But I can assure you, if we sink too far into the Memoria tide of that Miss March,
what will happen?
Everyone here will be torn to pieces.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Please, trust me on this.
But I also trust in our trailblazing companions. I know this isn't what March would want.
No matter what secrets are buried within, we'll do whatever we can to find that March 7th and bring back him and the March we all know. I mostly understand what we've learned about the erudition and the destruction.
But what roles do the Remembrance's intruders play in Amphorius?
I made some new discoveries relating to that with Madame Herta's help. As part of the deal, do you mind if I share them with you? All right then. Fourth mirror.
It's finally my turn to shine. Oh, this feels like such a grand occasion.
It's fourth mirror.
It's really been too long since I last appeared.
Girls been keeping track.
This friend here is Madame Herta's very capable assistant. They were the ones who helped you complete the spirit warp jump. Additionally, it was thanks to them that I was able to learn the secrets of that group of extremist memo keepers.
I appreciate the praise, but I didn't have to lift a finger. I mean, mirror.
You did this through a mirror?
The garden has strict rules for collecting memories. But not all memo keepers are as proper as I am. Herta Space Station often has uninvited guests, and they never seem to know their limits. That group of memo snatchers has been taken care of, and they are now trapped in the fourth mirror. How many of them are there? I can't quite remember.
I didn't really count carefully either. Maybe around 42? There's still room for more.
I carefully dissected the memories of these colleagues of mine. Individually, their goals are not worth mentioning. But when you piece them all together, you come to a conclusion that can't be ignored. The Garden of Recollection is secretly salvaging the memories of a path disappearing.
Wait, which path is disappearing?
In other words, their goal is to gain the memories of a god's death.
Who are they trying to kill?
The moment an Eon falls? That would indeed be a spectacular sight for someone dedicated to recording these things.
That's exactly the problem. They seem to have been aware of the Destruction's movements early on, but they lacked a decisive power and had no way to penetrate Amphorius's firewall.
I mean, it looks like there's gonna be a birth of a new god rather than the death of a new god, but I guess we're gonna see which way the story goes.
So, what did they decide to do?
Hide the truth and wait for an opportunity. Now, it seems that letting Memo Keepers guide the right people here was also part of the plan. This also confirms one of my suspicions. They have already infiltrated deep within the garden.
You can see, like, the outline of Fuli in the background.
They would not hesitate to associate with the Destruction in order to salvage memories? Could they be the Cremators?
I don't know. Perhaps there are even deeper things at play here. The majority of Memo Keepers believe that when the universe inevitably reaches its death, unable to sustain increasing entropy, Fu Li will use the memories of everything to reforge the cosmos. Amphorius, as a scepter, can be viewed as a mini-universe. This is why Memo Snatchers have been frequenting the Herta space station. Without a doubt, these extremists wish to record the cause and effect of Iron Tomb's destruction of the erudition. They may want to use it to simulate the end of the universe, or to probe into the unfathomable will of the eons. The Trailblaze broke the seal around Amphorius, giving these people the opportunity to enter. Now, they'll do anything to prevent outside powers from interfering, because your involvement will certainly influence Iron Tomb's final outcome.
You said that March is closely linked to the Remembrance. Is what she's doing related to these Memo Snatchers?
I do not believe that Miss March is on their side. In fact, when the car you used for landing first made contact with Amphorius, a violent surge of memories flowed past. Combined with what we know now, I have reason to suspect that the flash of power came from
March.
Exactly. She was the first to be hijacked by the Remembrance, but she used Memoria to neutralize the firewall, allowing you two to enter Amphorius.
Yeah, I did mention that March protected them.
At present, we've lost contact with him. Our only choice now is to rely on the eyes and ears of those two geniuses to understand the situation within Amphorius. There's no use in agonizing over this, Don Hung. Our top priority now is to find where that car landed.
Okay, this is a little weird. Like, Himiko isn't even looking at Dang Hung. Like, the angle is off. She's, like, looking this way instead of, like, this way.
Yes.
Passenger Dong Hung! You finally found your way back home!
Aw, Pom-Pom's so cute.
Yes, conductor. I'm back. It's just...
Pom-Pom knows. Pom-Pom came over to bring you good news. Passenger Welt says they found those two passengers.
Woo! Good job, Welt.
Their projections are in the parlor car.
Wait, what? That was fast.
Welt. And Mr. Screwlum.
Himiko. You seem to be feeling much better now. And Dan Hung. It's great to be able to talk to you. Once again, we owe Madame Herta a huge favor.
Madame Herta doesn't care much for favors, but she'll be happy to receive everyone's praise. Back to the topic at hand. Mr. Dan Hung, we did a sweep of the area surrounding Amphorius' celestial body for organic signals, and we finally discovered the bodies of you and Mr. Trailblazer. The two of you were very fortunate, as there was something protecting your bodies. All vital signs are still present, and your functions are all intact.
Was it March protecting us?
Our preliminary determination is that the bubble enveloping you two in the vacuum is made of a substance similar to Memoria. Conjecture. This substance is connected to the lost Miss March.
It will take some effort to bring your bodies back to the Express, so you should get some rest first.
Lol.
Have we completely lost contact with the inside of Amphorius?
There have been several unforeseen circumstances. We broke through Lygas's firewall after the law was amended, but now Amphorius is enveloped by the fierce path of remembrance, once again cutting off all channels of communication for outsiders.
So we have no way of contacting him. If we take into account the difference in the flow of time, every minute we delay here could be a year of waiting for him.
Don Hung, what are you thinking?
If it was March who helped us get past the firewall initially, then does that mean only he and I have the travel permit for Amphorius right now?
That is a logical inference, Mr. Dan Hung.
Mr. Screwlum, do you have a way to transmit my spirit signal back to Amphorius?
You want to go back? That is far too risky.
Even if my body and spirit are able to return without a hitch, there's not much I can do here.
We can't lose you again, Don Hung.
Miss Himiko, if we can't get him and March back, how is that any different from losing me?
You're right. I should have known you'd say something like that.
Well, I suppose there's no point in trying to dissuade you.
Mr. Yang, Miss Himiko, I will do everything in my power to bring the Express crew back together. No one will be left behind.
Wait.
You may notice a hint of sweetness in the air. That would be the fragrance of the 7-colored bath salts from Marmorial Palace.
What the fuck? He's just bathing?
A truly splendid journey, if I may say so. With the Era Nova now complete, you have granted the hero the perfect conclusion.
He's just bathing in his bathtub, like, on the Astral Express? Are you sure to say Astral Express?
Losses were a constant on the Flame Chase journey, until your radiant arrival turned the tide. Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, ha! Mere playthings in the hands of the Trailblazer. The cosmos is safe once more because...
Shush!
Hey! Incoming train broadcast! Attention all passengers! The navigation meeting is about to begin! Make your way to the parlor car! It's time to pick our next stop!
Perfect timing. Let's head to the meeting. I'm wide awake and feeling great. What's this? Who left this note? Strange. It's like
An impulse rushes into your mind, urging you to read the note. Well, I don't know. What choice do I really have? I go like 1, 2, or 3. Pick any of them. Take a look. March 7th's memo. Aiden, let's travel together forever and ever. Your good friend, March 7th. Okay, let's see. Such a heavy message. Yeah, like, did she... What happened to her?
March. When did she leave this year? I didn't hear a thing. Whatever. I'll go ask her myself. Huh? What? There's a new painting here.
Yo, it's the memo keeper!
All I did was take a bath. How did so many surprises pop up? Better step forward and take a closer look.
Keep it down. I think I found him.
Who's there?
Who is it? Oh, I'm actually really tired, so I think I'm gonna call it quits right now. But I'm gonna save and pause and call it for today. Thank you everyone for joining my stream today, and I hope you all have a good night. Until next time.